Welcome to the Kompan Best Practice Guide to Managing Safety in your play area. This CPD presentation is aimed at you if you're a property manager with the responsibility of managing a site which has an area of play. This course has been designed as a guidance on your responsibilities, the laws surrounding this, and also covers how to best manage your inspections. The ROSPA guidance for inspection and maintenance of play areas highlight your duty as the safety manager for an area of play. Continued management of such areas includes implementing a strict inspection routine and a robust maintenance process. All inspections must be British Standard EN 1176 Part 7. There are several safety acts which cover safety in play areas, and if neglect of the play area results in an injury, it is you, the playground manager, who can be at risk of legal proceedings. An example could be an accident which has occurred on a piece of equipment which has not been regularly inspected and/or maintained.
It's really important to have an inspection and maintenance programme in place. I've been in the play industry for many years now, and I've actually been to a site where a child has died. It's not a pleasant experience, and I don't particularly want to be there again. In addition to that, there are lots of companies, organisations out there that are prepared to make a claim if a child gets injured, and those claims can be very, very expensive. It's also really important for operators to consider that if someone is inspecting and repairing your playgrounds, that they're suitably qualified. They're going to be qualified, they'll be inspecting the safety surface, they'll be inspecting for wear and tear, they'll be inspecting against the EN 1176 and 77 standards, and the aim is to reduce any accidents. To stop any injuries and a claim, it's wise to have an inspection and maintenance programme in place. A playground inspector will visit site and check for compliance to EN 1176 standards, wear and tear on equipment, safety surfacing, so that play injuries do not occur or are minimised.
Playground standards are published in 7 parts and cover design, installation, inspections and maintenance. It's these standards which also delve into specific equipment, such as swings, slides, runways, carousels and rocking equipment.
best practice for onboarding a play area is kind of split into a few sections. The first section is getting any information you've got on that play area of its history, possibly an annual inspection, a post inspection that's been carried out, any repairs. Once you've got that, you've got an idea of where you are with the playground. The next step is probably that you need to go to an annual inspector to get the play area fully inspected to find out where the play area is in its condition. Do not adopt a play area until you know what you've got and what you're working with, the history and the annual inspection. The next step is, once you've got that report, go to a competent company that can carry out the repairs, and then you're in a better position to adopt that play area.
Every year, approximately 40,000 injuries occur on the UK's playgrounds that result in a child needing medical attention. Of course, there will be many more scraped knees, bumped limbs and cuts, but our key focus is avoidable serious injury or injuries which result in a hospital visit. Playground accidents can be split into two categories. The first is user causes, either from a lack of supervision or misuse of equipment. The second is management causes, and this covers design and installation, which is key for playground managers, and also inspection and maintenance. Not all accidents are related to the equipment though. Correct safety surfacing is equally as important when designing and selecting your kit. This remains a key element of the play area, which must be regularly maintained to ensure a low risk to injury. As you can see from the ROSPA published figures, 80% of equipment-related injuries are noted as a fall to surface. Remaining accidents are collision accidents with moving equipment such as swings and poor cleanliness and maintenance within the play areas such as broken glass. When involved with the play area, it's very important to instruct a competent playground expert.
There's three management causes of accidents. The first one is poor inspections, not having an inspection and maintenance regime in place, or not having any inspections in place. Tending to rely on an annual inspection is probably not ideal in case there are claims, because you've got a year from one inspection to the other. Another management cause is poor maintenance. It's best to get a authorised, qualified inspector and company repairs people to actually maintain your play area for you. And lastly, the actual installation of the equipment has to be qualified, and the best way to do that is via a post-installation inspection. not having a post-installation inspection I've experienced before, where the player was laid out, a slide was facing south, and on a hot sunny day a child could go down the slide and burn themselves. So it's always wise to have a post-installation inspection carried out as well on your play area if it's a new playground.
A quick Google search for playground claim results in pages of no-win, no-fee claims assistance for parents and caregivers. This is something no playground manager wants landing on their doorstep. This can of course be avoided by doing the following: obtaining professional design and layout advice, only selecting equipment and surfacing which meets the standards, ensuring those installing the area comply with standard EN 1176, and instructing a post-installation inspection by an independent body. Inspecting the play area regularly. This means having a schedule in place to record weekly, monthly and quarterly inspections. The average cost for an accident claim within a play area ranges from £1,400 to £140,000. These figures are an accessible guide for all on the legalexpert.co.uk website. As you can see, the expected payout for lesser psychiatric damage is nearly £1,500, and that's a minimum guide, with other payouts for different injuries ranging from a couple of thousand right through to the hundreds of thousands. Health and Safety at Work recommends a risk assessment of all facilities, and this includes children's playground. The potential for harm and likelihood for harm occurring needs to be measured, and this is incorporated as part of your inspections and maintenance regime. The The purpose of a risk assessment is to review the potential for harm, that's the hazard, and evaluate the likelihood of this harm happening, that's the risk. A best practice example for assessing and monitoring risk is a weekly visual inspection, followed by quarterly operational inspections, and finished with an annual independent inspection. Weekly visual inspections allow any risks to be monitored for a change in their risk score. The quarterly operational inspection will highlight any immediate risks which need to be actioned, and further risks which need to be monitored via the weekly inspections. An annual independent inspection is usually relied on to monitor risk, which then leaves the next 12 months open to evolving risk and the end users open to potential serious injury.
So I'm carrying out a visual inspection on the play area, and I've just gone into the playground, and what things you should be looking for is any damage to the equipment, any waste, litter, dog's mess in the play area around. I've spotted something already. These are 3 stepping stones, stepping bollards. 2 of them look in good condition. One of them here looks damaged. That's something you're going to have to keep an eye on, because more damage will expose a metal post, which then could cause an injury. So, I'm looking at this roundabout here, and I've spotted a few things. One of the first things that you need to do a check on is it running freely? In this case, it actually is. However, I have spotted something. There is a bit of play in the bearing which needs to be monitored, but it is running. And something else I've spotted is that there's no particular safety surfacing that can be seen around the play equipment. So I'm inspecting this slide now. It's a plastic slide. What you've got to look out for is any damage. For example, if it's a plastic slide, it could be cracked. A child could slide down and actually have a nasty graze and cut themselves where it's been damaged. Alternatively, if it's been vandalised and someone's decided to take the slide away and thrown it away and stuff like that, there's a potential fall from this space down onto the ground, which could cause an injury. So there's a couple of things to inspect: the condition of the slide, to see where it's been vandalised. In this case, it's fine. So I'm here inspecting this 4-seater seesaw. First thing I'm looking at is it moving freely? Yes, it is. Are the seats intact? There's 4 seats in here. They're all intact. There's nothing loose, there's nothing missing. The handles are all secure, and the tyre bumpers, they've not been chewed or damaged. This is in good condition. So I'm at this swing here, and there's a couple of things I've spotted, and there's rust up here. So the operator has done the right thing by removing the swing seats and making the play item safe so that children can't use it or get injured. So like I say, there's rust up there. To make safe, they've removed the swing seats. No children can be injured. So, what I've spotted here is old tiles, and as they get older, they shrink, and what's forming now is a gap between the 2 tiles. A child could get their foot stuck in between the 2 of them, so at this stage it should be reported that there is an issue with the safety surfacing.
In this case study, a safety check had been missed. The inspections and maintenance practices were not enough to highlight the seriously failing piece of equipment, which resulted in tragic consequences. The cost to the playground management was £330,000. In a statement from Forbes solicitors, it notes, "A simple annual check is likely to have prevented this tragic accident. Anyone who provides play equipment for children to play on should carry out regular checks to ensure the safety of it. This will include a regular safety check as well as more comprehensive annual check to comply with all manufacturer and installer safety guidelines." They go on to state that the lack of resources or manpower is not a defence for failing to carry out or have in place safe systems of inspection and maintenance. Unfortunately, there have been many more case studies just like this one, all of which could have been prevented by implementing a best practice inspections and maintenance schedule. Sadder still is that many of these occurrences would have been avoided by a simple visual inspection.
Some of the key support lacking that I've found from property managers is they get an inspection report done, an annual inspection carried out, which is great. And for example, it comes up as low risk, which is great as well. But they've taken the report saying to me, I need to get all this work actioned. And I've looked at the actual report, and works don't need to be actioned. What they need to do is read the report, and it says monitor. So you need to have something in place to monitor the condition of the playground, not just rely on an annual inspection. Some other examples are, I've had moderate findings on the inspection report. I've looked at the report, most of them are low risk. However, there were 2 or 3 moderate findings, and I've advised them to get the moderate findings carried out as soon as possible, and again to monitor the low risk findings by way of a proper inspection and maintenance regime. It's really important that the people that carry out the repairs are capable. I've seen some property management organisations use handymen and women, which is great at carrying out the repairs, but some of the repairs that I've seen have actually or potentially could cause injuries to children. So it's probably best to get people that know the industry, are familiar with children's playgrounds and are qualified to RPII level to carry out those kind of repairs.
Consulting an expert to assist in delivering a best practice inspection and maintenance regime is key to ensuring a smooth and safe process. It's important to work with market leaders, add the playground manager's input, and ensure accurate records are kept, reviewed and maintained.
If you're looking to source a competent contractor to carry out your playground inspections and maintenance, the first thing I'd probably do would go on the Association of Playground Industries website. This is a website where all reputable play companies are on. They're based all over the country. It's a trade body for playground companies. The second thing I'd probably do is to go, once you've been on the API website, is to go on the RPII website, which is the Register for Playground Inspectors International, which is an examining body which records all inspectors of various levels of playground inspections, and that will also have the companies that were on the API website as well. If you're planning on tendering an inspection and maintenance contract, talk to us. We've got multiple tender documents that we've got in our folders and files that we can reuse and tailor to suit your needs, whether it's just an inspections only tender, an inspections and repairs tender, or repairs only tender. So as a summary, talk to us, we can help you save time, and we help you save money.
Kompan are here to help through free education, guidance and setting the standard for play area management within the property management sector. For further guidance and learning, please contact our specialists at uksafetysupport@kompan.com. Thank you for watching.